Right, and what I love is when they keep saying these people are being kidnapped. They're being arrested for doing crimes.
They're disappearing.
It disappeared. That's another great one. There was an MS-13 kingpin in Omaha, Nebraska. So that video came into us here. So it's not just in blue states and blue cities. I mean, Omaha. So ICE is doing incredible work. We'll see what happens. That bill's probably not going anywhere, the Visible Act. I want to get your reaction to the Secret Service suspending 6 officers without pay, Jonathan. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of Butler. Just suspended is one question, and also so many questions about what we still don't know. Why do you think that is the case?
Well, I think everybody that was involved in that operation from the top down should have been suspended with pay right after it happened. And then an investigation should have gone through to see who was making these decisions and why. You know, Howie is a great person to talk about how the government works and how the federal law enforcement works and doesn't work at times. And they make decisions a lot of the times that are 100% political. Or they're watching out for the people that are in their ranks. And here's what's very important, I think, for President Trump to understand, is that when we look at the people that are running the FBI, maybe you put a political appointee in there that, the Secret Service or the FBI, you put a political appointee in charge of running the agency, but if you don't get rid of the sludge that's underneath, nothing is going to change. The tactics that day, the threat assessment that led up to that day, and the follow-on attempt on the president's life should have stopped the Secret Service in their tracks, and they should have had a systematic purge of the people who are leftists and who are making these crazy, weird decisions and tactics. And I think that needs to happen because those people who are making those decisions are the ones that are threatening the president's life. He could have all the people that he wants around him that are great and a person at the top. It's those mid-level to upper-level executives that are the ones that climb the ladder.
Yeah, I'd like to get to the Epstein list as well and let you both weigh in if you think there's a client list, Howie. But I also wanted to ask you about, you know, there's this fatwa on the president, and yesterday he had to react to this statement from a friend of the Supreme Leader saying, oh, a micro drone could get you when you sunbathe in Mar-a-Lago. So pick up on that, and also, do you think there is an Epstein list?
I don't know. I mean, I tend to trust Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, but I don't know why Pam Bondi would have said that repeatedly that she had all this documentation on her desk, and then it turns out there wasn't anything. And I thought President Trump didn't handle it very well a couple of days ago. I mean, he usually can bat away negative questions, and in this case, the question I thought was decent, and he just kind of lost it. I don't quite understand it. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because the alternative is Kamala Harris, but it's not a good look for him. Let's put it that way. That's in my opinion, anyway.
Jonathan, what's your opinion on this?
Well, so I don't trust anybody once they get into government. I have faith in President Trump, the decisions that he's making, the things that he's doing now. But, Dan Bongino and Kash Patel got rich. Part of their wealth was from grifting on this very subject and talking it up into something that maybe it wasn't. But the reality is the heat that they're getting now is of their own doing. But I think when we look at the way that they reacted, and the way they're still reacting, I tend to think that, like many people that have been in the FBI, like myself, or in intelligence, I believe there's more to Epstein from an intelligence standpoint. He was either an intelligence operative or he himself was an organized crime enterprise himself or working for someone, because dirty people make great sources, and this guy was definitely dirty. But it's the actions after by the Bureau and executives that are making it such a ridiculous thing for you to even talk about now, which is a typical tactic of politics when there's something that should be talked about. So that, to me, the way it just disappeared, I just don't trust it. I think there's more there. But if it's an intel operation, the Bureau may well not know about it, because if it's an intel operation, there is no client list book that you're going to see. It's with some intel agency probably already burnt somewhere.
Bye.